Hello, my beautiful Sagittarians. How are you today? Welcome back. If you are returning to our channel, thank you so much for joining us today. If you're new to our channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Linda, and I'm from Australia. I live on the Sunshine Coast in the beautiful little hinterland town, and we're very, very happy to be here with you today. So, Sagittarius, these are messages coming from the spirit realm for you today. These are just spontaneous messages, no subject as such. We'll see what spirit wants to talk to you about. And so let's start, shall we? We'll open up and just see what subject spirit would like to bring forth to discuss with you, beautiful Sagittarians, at this initial stage. And so we use three or four decks. We get different messages from the animal tarot, and we have the numbers deck. And I also have a beautiful deck called the Letting Go deck by David Hawkins, Dr. David Hawkins, which is also a beautiful deck to give you messages as well. So Sagittarius, let's have a little look and see what's going on, shall we? At this initial stage. Okay, looks to me like a lot's going on. So maybe Sagittarius at the moment, maybe you're feeling a little bit trapped, are you? You're feeling a little bit uncertain. So look, I always say to people, there's no such thing as a bad card in the tarot, really, because the message sometimes a good message, but they use this sort of a card because when it comes to this devil card, um, what we always look at here, we always say to our clients, or we say to you, a Sagittarian, that this is an entrapment. This is a card of entrapment. And there are many things in our lives that can make us feel entrapped. We could be in a relationship, we could be in a terrible job, we could be finding it difficult to give something up, like we maybe have a problem with addiction. That's a fact that many people on this planet just struggle with giving up cigarettes and things like that and other things. And that's okay because they're things that we do go through sometimes. However, Sagittarius, it doesn't mean we have to stay in that entrapment, does it? Because this is all about how you're thinking. This is about your mindset. Do you believe that there's no way out? Because if you believe there's no way out, Sagittarius, there will be no way out. So let's have a look at how we can get ourselves in a different mindset. These two people here, they have these chains around their neck. But the chains that are around their neck are so loose that they're barely, they're just thrown over their heads, so they're down here somewhere. And so all you have to do is pick the chains up, throw them away, and you're free. And so again, this is Sagittarius, this is about your mindset. This is about not allowing anybody to make us feel as though we are trapped or make us feel that they have control over us. Because again, nobody can have control over our mind. Only we control our mind. Sagittarius, I have no idea what you're thinking at this initial stage, and you have no idea what I'm thinking. And when you walk around the streets, when you get on a bus, when you get on a train, you have no idea what people are thinking because that's their mindset. Some of them could be thinking about the beautiful flowers in their garden that they're going to be working on the weekend. Some of them could be thinking about the fear of going into work because the boss is such a nasty person. We have no idea what's going on. So our mindset, our mind and our thoughts are everything. Sagittarius, they are everything. If you're feeling a little bit entrapped in any sort of a situation, no matter what it is, it's up to you to make up your mind that you're not going to allow this anymore. And so what do you have to do? Well, you have to think differently. You have to start saying to yourself, well, I'm going to free myself. I am going to free myself of this because I'm going to do this, this, and this. Some of you may be in a terrible job. You may be in a job where, oh, it's just so toxic, and you're not happy there. You feel trapped because you have to pay, for where you live. You have to buy food. You think, well, without my job, how do I survive? And so, in a situation like that, the plan would be to start planning to look for a new job, wouldn't it? Look for around, try and find something else that's going to be better and also give you security so that you can walk away from a situation like this. There are so many things in life that can make us feel like this, Sagittarius. So many situations, so many people can make us feel like this. And we do, we feel trapped. We feel as though, we can't get out of it because our fear sets in. Fear takes over again in our mind. And so this is really as a card of your mindset. Whatever you're thinking at this initial stage in your life, if you do feel trapped, Sagittarius, change the way you're thinking first. And you can do that with affirmations, because understand this, and this is so true. Our body cannot distinguish between the truth and a lie. Our body. And so when we talk to ourselves, when we say things like, I am so grateful for, that I am so happy that I'm going to a party tonight, something like that. The body gets excited. Oh, that's wonderful. And it feels happy. When we feel as though we're in a trap situation, so I can't get out of this, I just, we just sit and think and think and think about and worry about the situation we're in. The body listens and says, oh my goodness me, this is terrible. We feel bad, and every cell and every organ starts to get unhappy and depressed. So, affirmations. I am grateful for the change that is coming. And that's all you have to say. I am grateful for the change that is coming to me. I am grateful for the abundance that is coming to me. These are affirmations that bring in all the positive stuff into your mind, body, soul. So, Sagittarius, practice positive thoughts, and you no longer will feel as though you're in that entrapped environment in your mindset. And you can change things very easily. Well, maybe not easily, but you can change things eventually. Let's put it that way. Now we have the Four of Cups. Look at this fellow here. So he's sitting there and he's got his arms folded, so he's digging his heels in. Sagittarius, are you digging your heels in on something? There's an offer coming his way. Somebody's making an offer. And he's not interested. He's really not interested, is he? So somebody making an offer to you. Some of you, maybe you're contemplating. Somebody's made an offer and you say, no, I'm not happy with that. I don't want one. I want all three cups. There's opportunity here for something better for me. So that's what I need. I need something better than what I've got at the moment. If you are in a really horrible job, a really not a nice job, and you've said something to somebody, then they come along and they make you an offer, for example, but it's just not good enough, then maybe you need to hang out there until you get this and say, no, I want this. This is saying no. He's saying no. He's standing his ground or something. I'm also being told to say to you, Sagittarius, that Spirit is saying there's a negotiation. Negotiation might be the best way to go here. So instead of digging your heels in and not being open to anything, then be open to maybe discussion so that you can negotiate maybe on getting these three cups. Now, we say the Cups is about love and romance, But this is not a love reading. This is not a love reading. And so this is an emotional situation. Cups are about emotional. So maybe the situation at the moment, Sagittarius, maybe it is an emotional situation that you're finding a little bit difficult. And I just want you to know that these situations do not last forever. It just may be something you're going through at this initial stage right now in your life, whereas next week it could be an entirely different story. And because the reading, we'll go on with this reading and see what Spirit wants to tell you for the future as well. And so at the moment, if you are digging your heels in because you intuitively know you have to, that's good. If you are digging your heels in and being stubborn, even though somebody's trying to negotiate with you, then try if you can to at least be open to negotiation. Now, we see this card, we think, wow, heavens to Betsy, I've just got the devil and now I've got the tower. The tower, Sagittarius, the tower is not a bad card. In fact, it can be a good card. Okay, these people here, they're throwing themselves out of the top of the tower there. They're committing suicide, aren't they? Which is an awful thing to do. Or they're just trying to get away from those thunderbolts, from the lightning and everything else that's going on at the top of that tower. You know, everything's sort of exploding. But really, the true message of this this message here, as far as my guide is concerned, my guides are concerned, is this is about change that needs to take place. This needs to take place. Sagittarius, we go through life, and there are times when we dig our heels in and we just say, no, I'm not going to cooperate. I'm not going to cooperate. I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to stay where I am. And the universe and your guides, they know, well, that's really not beneficial to you, Sagittarius. They say, well, this is not beneficial. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a situation that is going to force you into making change because they know that that change is going to bring prosperity and happiness in the future. And so the tower is very often something that comes in our life, it comes in our life, and what it does, it forces us into taking action, it forces us into making change. This is the outcome of the tower. When you look back, Sagittarius, you look back and something happened and you look back months, sometimes years later, and you say, I'm glad that happened when it did, even though it was terrible when it did happen. But in a way, I'm glad it happened because if it hadn't have happened, I wouldn't be where I am today, or this wouldn't have come up, or that wouldn't have come up. And that's the tower. And so embrace the changes that maybe you feel are even being forced upon you at the moment. You feel you need to make that decision, or you need to make those changes because you have no choice. As I said before, this is not a love reading. However, this is about it is about the lovers, but this is not a love reading. So what this card is saying to you really is this is about weighing up your decisions. This is about weighing up your decisions at the moment. Maybe it's need for you to discuss things, have communication with somebody that's maybe close to you, discuss things, work things out. This is also about your health. This is about good health. So if the tower is really making you unwell at the moment, if things are making you sick, if you're struggling because you're not prepared to make changes, you're not maybe prepared to take action or do what you think you feel you should do, then maybe that's affecting your health too. So this is about weighing up your decisions, weigh things up. And it can sometimes be about in relationships, but that guide there. That guy there is watching over these two people. They don't even see him. They can't even see him. They're looking another way. The guys they both got their eyes closed. So they're not seeing things. They're not seeing the opportunities too that maybe spirit is bringing in. So Sagittarius, open your eyes to what it is maybe you do need to evaluate and change. And also weigh things up. Yes, weigh things up. Just instead of maybe just closing off to talking about things or opportunities or offers. Weigh things up and just evaluate. Take time out to evaluate what is going on around you and maybe what this offer is as well. This gesture. So let's see what else they would like to say about the for you, Sagittarius, about your life and what's going on at the moment. See what we're looking at here is the Princess of Summer. Well, this is Summer's all about cups, and this is the princesses, their pages, but this is the Page of Cups. That's all about communication as well. So you can expect to kindle a new romantic relationship or close platonic friendship. You may suddenly receive an emotional message from someone or be invited to a social event. There you go. And so this can also be about somebody making a gesture, somebody inviting you to social events, somebody who may want to be a friend or whatever, and you're sitting there saying, "Oh, I don't think so." So maybe Sagittarius, it wouldn't hurt to go along. So this is about, kindness, open-heartedness. Be open-hearted. And even though this could be a sensitive situation that's going on around you, because again, we are talking about cups, which is our emotions, which is what the flow and ebb and flow. Cups are water, water sign, things like that too. So this is about maybe jumping in. This fish just jumped at me. So there's a little fish there that's jumping out of the water and dive right in. It's diving right in. It's heading back in. Do you think maybe it wouldn't hurt Sagittarius to maybe take a jump, take a leap of faith and dive in a situation that you're in at the moment? Be it business, be it life in general, be it a new job, be it whatever it is that's going on around you. You know what's going on around you, Sagittarius. Do you think maybe it wouldn't hurt to just jump right in, give it a go, see what happens, even though it may be, might be a little bit uh, emotional. But you are receiving some sort of message. There is some sort of news. This is about news and speaking and things like that too. So maybe you're going to hear some news about from somebody, and there could be there's going to be some kind of an invite there to something. You're going to hear some news. Okay, so here we go. Look at this, the moon. This is all about your intuition. This is all about trusting your intuition. This beautiful cat, isn't it beautiful? The lynx cat. And it's important to trust your intuition. This is what this is saying to you. Even if you're unsure of what's happening, even if you're a little bit unsure at the moment what's going on, all will be revealed soon. So worry is unnecessary. So there's no need to start worrying about absolutely everything, Sagittarius. Time will reveal. All will come out in the end. And there's no point in butting heads with anybody over this either. There's no point in butting heads. Are you butting heads? Are you butting heads with somebody? Are you having difficulty communicating with somebody? Are you arguing with somebody about something at this initial stage? If you are, then, all will be revealed. All will be revealed in time. And so this message, Sagittarius, the five of wands. With the five of wands, this is about, you got five people who are all holding their wands, and they're all vying to win the race, or all vying to win the battle. And nobody's really winning. Sagittarius, nobody's really winning because they're just all banging each other with their wands, but there's nothing really going on. Let's put it that way. And this can also be about, communication. That can be about news. Hopefully it's not about gossip because, pages are also about that too. Occasionally we experience clashes with other Sagittarius. This is what this is saying to you. If you decide the matter is worth your energy, then do what you can to minimize the conflict. So it is a card of it is a kind of conflict, you know, where we've got people who are vying for a certain outcome. If that's the case, without sacrificing your goals or beliefs. So this is also about not giving up and not giving in. In some ways, if you feel intuitively, if you feel, you must trust your intuition. If you feel that you need to keep going because you know that what you believe is right, if you have an inner knowing and you have a belief, then you are butting heads with somebody who's arguing the point with you. What I'm being told to say to you is, the first three words: justice will prevail. Justice will prevail. So all will be revealed soon. So worry is unnecessary, and I'm being shown in my mindset the justice card, which is the fair outcome. So again, no point in butting heads. Sometimes it's best just to stand your ground. Stand your ground. Don't give in to others if you're being pressured by others. If you feel, Sagittarius, if you feel you need to stand your ground on something, you need to stick to your guns, then do that. Even if it is an emotional thing, if you need to dig your heels in on something, then dig them in. Because we have to be true to ourselves, Sagittarius. We have to be true to ourselves. You've got a beautiful message here, Fox Spirit, the World card. The World card. The World card is the world is a circle. This is a circle. And so at the moment, Sagittarius, we are going through a Mercury retrograde, which is very often things coming back from the past, resurfacing again, because maybe we need to handle them again or a little bit differently. If something comes up that came up last year, for example, and you didn't have a chance to complete it or finish it off, and it comes back, then maybe this is the time then to complete it, finish it off, and then it's all ended. It's over and done with. For example, you could have been doing some study and you put it on hold because you're tired or unwell or whatever, and now you're getting back and you're finishing that study. You've had a bit of a break and you've been allowed to finish it off. And if that's the case, well, that's a good thing because it needs to be completed. And so the world is sometimes about things coming back, especially in a Mercury retrograde, and things being repeated. Of course, you also have the world is your oyster. It's also a message. So this is about, congratulations on successfully accomplishing what you set out to do. You've made it through the challenges and incorporated the lessons life offered you with grace and courage. So, Sagittarius, there are some of you out there who have come to a completion with all of this conflict. This is also saying that this is what is going to happen when all of this is completed. There'll be congratulations in order for your successfully accomplishing whatever it is that you're working on at the moment or discussing or communicating with at the moment. So this is ahead of from today on. This is ahead. And so this is an outcome. This is an outcome of success here because the truth will eventually come out because you just waited and trusted your intuition and you didn't really feel it was necessary to keep butting heads. You just allowed things to unfold, and now you've come to this situation where we have the world is your oyster. You've got the chance here to create something fantastic and to get the world and the wheel at the same time. Ooh, wow, this is a wonderful, wonderful time coming up for you. This is a wonderful time coming ahead, moving ahead. We're looking at the world and we're now looking at the Wheel of Fortune. So we're now looking ahead for you, Sagittarius. This is beautiful. This is expect a sudden positive change in your life for all of these things that you're maybe coping with at the moment or going through at the moment. All of these situations that are uncomfortable creating a little bit of worry, or or you're feeling trapped in, where there might be betrayal or deception going on as well. That's coming to an end. That's coming to an end. All will be revealed soon. So stop worrying, because you've got the world, and you've also got the Wheel of Fortune at your fingertips. Expect a sudden positive change in your life. You can now move forward and make great progress. And this is what's coming up for you. And the final message is that's what's coming up for you. Oh, I thought there was two there. Oh, my goodness, you didn't want me to split them. No, I won't. Look what you've got, Sagittarius. You've got the Star, and you've got you've got the Nine of Wands. So let's read this one first. You've worked hard, and what you've created is impressive and worthy of protecting. Annoying challenges may pop up, but don't worry, you'll get through them just as you have in the past. And again, stop worrying, because look at this part of this beautiful outcome. Look what we have. Wow, Sagittarius, this is interesting. We have the world. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Sagittarius, we have the Star. Wish upon a star. Three magnificent. You've got three magnificent messages here. You are about to take a big leap forward of your life. Where's that? There it is. Take that leap. That fish. Remember? Don't be afraid to leap. You are about to take a big leap towards your life. Worry will be replaced with optimism, fear with hope. This is going to go. This is going to vanish. No more fear. Fear with hope, and joy is coming home to roost. My goodness me. Sagittarius, I regard that as a very, very positive outcome. And this is how my guides do work. We've been working together for many, many, many years, many years. And one of the ways that we do our readings is that we always, the guides that I work with always like to show what's coming up. They show you ahead. What's coming up for you, Sagittarius, is some great stuff. But please, if you feel you need to dig your heels in for your benefit, if you know, just have this strong intuition that you need to do that, that's fine. However, still be open to communication. Still be open to communication. Doesn't mean you're giving in. You can listen to somebody's point of view. You can always listen to someone's point of view. And then you may say, well, no, not really. That's fine. I just know that the Tower is saying to you that sometimes things happen for a reason. We don't like what we're going through at the time, Sagittarius, but down the track we look back and we say, well, in a way, I'm glad that happened, because look at where I am today. And what we've got coming up for you is a wonderful turnaround, a really beautiful turnaround. So stand your ground, yes, but be open. Spirit is also saying to you, Sagittarius, when we stand our ground or negotiate or communicate, we should always do it with honey on the tongue, not vinegar. That's always the best way to do things. And honey and not vinegar. The basic rule of the psychic universe is that like attracts like, Sagittarius. Like attracts like. Similarly, love promotes love. Love promotes love, so that the person who has let go of a lot of inner negativity is surrounded by loving thoughts, loving events, loving people, and loving pets. And so, we were talking before about affirmations, getting out of this negative into a really, really positive, and that is about love in our heart, loving thoughts, loving beliefs, belief systems, and talking to ourselves in a loving way. I am grateful for who I am. I am grateful for what I have. I'm grateful that I'm a good soul. I'm grateful that I'm a caring person within me. And when you say these things, you become that. You really do become that. Sagittarius, the final card here is the numbers card deck. Still a slippery little sucker. Some of these decks are so slippery, but the messages that come out are beautiful. This is a lovely deck. The only thing with this deck is it is beautiful, but Sagittarius, the writing is so small that even though I'm wearing glasses, I still have trouble. Got the number 0909. That's a very interesting number, isn't it? Very interesting and unusual number. 2 nines are 18, 8 and 1 is 9. So the 9 times table, no matter how far you go along, always comes up and ends up with a 9. Did you know that? It's the only table in maths that ends up with the same number all the time. Interesting. 9 is also a very, very powerful number. This is about hope. Look at the sun. Look at the sun coming up. And this was the star. This is the star. Look at that. It's a beautiful hope. Your angels assure you that the light is at the end of the tunnel, Sagittarius, and everything will work out for the best. What you are going through will bring you closer to your purpose. Let go of your worries and concerns. There's 3 cards telling you here in this reading, stop worrying, Sagittarius. Worry isn't going to do you any good, darling. Surrender your need for control. Trust the process every step of the way. So, release your need for control. This is, I'm not going to accept this. I'm going to stick my heels in. And that's because I want to stay in control. But sometimes communication in a loving way is the answer. Sagittarius, I really do hope that you have enjoyed your messages from Spirit today. And if you would like to receive notification of when we do our monthly star sign readings, also our spontaneous readings that we've done today, if you would like to find out whenever we release anything at all on YouTube, then maybe you'd like to subscribe. And if you do, please remember to also press the little bell, because that way you will receive a notification of all of our releases, all of our videos. We are doing live videos in the future, and that will be lovely to get notification on that, because then you come on live and have a chat with us. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for spending time with us. We hope that we have given you some sort of guidance, Sagittarius. There would be parts of this reading that will resonate with you, other parts that maybe not. Well, let them go because they're meant for somebody else. And you can always watch your moon sign. For example, if you're a Sagittarian star sign, but you have a moon that's a Leo, for example, you can watch the Leo video, and that could also resonate with you and give you a lot more information about what Spirit wants to talk to you about. And so, Sagittarius, until the next time, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. We look forward to next time. Bye-bye for now.